I'm thinking it's the middle of the night, like 3 in the morning now, and I'm gonna do another little feeding video of this tank as I'm going around feeding fish. Most of you have seen this tank many times, and it's just where I keep my pedigree, if you will, angelfish. And I've got several kind in here, along with some nice rainbows. I've got some koi, really nice koi. Those are from Tiffany White. And I have some Philippine blues. Those are from George Aqua Balls. And actually there's a couple in here that are the four stripe, the zebras. And then I've got some of the redbacks that actually are my favorites right now. And they're a little shy, or haven't removed any algae. So hard to see. Maybe they'll come down. Hey Mark, hope you're doing well. Just a middle of the night ramble, feeding some of the fish. Always can get lots of volunteers. Hey Craig, howdy. Hope you're doing well. Trying to get those redbacks to come around. And they're at the end of the tank that has lots of algae on it, so much that I can't see through the front. They'll come down in a minute. A couple of them are really getting to be very nice. Just finished work. It's a female redback, I'm fairly certain. Not the prettiest one of them, that's for sure, but a healthy one. Hey Petro. Usual water spots and usual algae. He's got a little bite or something at the end of his tail fin there. Let's see if I can try something here to get these others to move down. The main ones I want to see and can't. There we go now. I hope that's a male. Of course, it goes back behind the algae wall. I have two like that are really pretty, and I believe that's the lesser of the two, less dominant, less attractive, less colorful. And I'm feeding these guys just some frozen thawed right now, and it's frozen thawed brine and a little bit of bloodworms in there, and some Mysis shrimp. I found some Mysis shrimp, about a 4 ounces worth of a 16-ounce pack. I didn't realize I still had. I thought I'd fed it all up. There we go. There's that pretty guy. There's all three of the angels in here right now. Not in the same shot. Hey Debbie. This is in that same family that, hey Riddlers. the, I can't pronounce it or spell it, Calantharenia. Dan was showing some of these the other night, male with really pretty red bellies. And I actually got this female and some others in here from Bob Steenfott 2 or 3 years ago. And then there's some Bosemani and some cobalts. I'm about to move some other rainbows in here that I've not been successful in spawning, so I'm going to add them to this tank. Too much surface agitation to see anything. Just a really peaceful tank. Hey, Bunny Viper. Just thinking about last night. I think it was last night when I was feeding the new little barbs, and I've already got past them and coming on around, and I thought I'll show the angelfish. Like I was saying at the start, these are my kind of my purebreds, my fancier angels. And I have a couple of other tanks with angels. But these are angels I would like to pair off and spawn. Hey Ian, I hope I'm not going over when you normally go. I see you do a lot of pop-ups. This is when I do most of my feeding and cleaning and husbandry, if you will, of my fish and reptiles is like 2 to 4 or 5 or 6 in the morning. So I hope I'm not encroaching on anybody's time. Would not want to do that. Yeah, I wish I'd taken a minute just to wipe some of the algae off, but I didn't. This side I wiped it off a couple weeks ago, so you can kind of see a little through here. But yeah, there's one of the redbacks. These are my favorites right now. Okay, well, I won't be on here long anyway. I usually sleep from about 5 till 11, something like that, 5 till noon, sometimes 4 till noon. Yeah, that's my favorite fish in the tank right there. Just because I'm excited about what he's becoming there. Somebody may know the scientific name for redbacks. I don't, but these are from Dan's. I think I still have, hey Sandy, I still have 4 or 5 of those guys in here. And that's a female. See the difference in the color for sure. I would love to spawn those guys. And there's another male and another female, I think. This one's a runt. A female, probably. So, yeah. Just wanted to go a few minutes. It's been about 10 minutes, so I will stop this and get off here and continue to feed. I've almost got one room of 4 done, so got a little bit of feeding to do yet. These guys are wanting some flakes. Got some bug bites flakes, and I swear they love that better than their frozen thawed stuff. Look at them go for it. It's good stuff. And like all good cichlids, the angels love to go around and pick. As I'm just crumpling up a omega-1 wafer or two for the angels to go down and pick at. You get it now, huh, Bunny? Yeah. I didn't get into them until probably 4 years ago, maybe 5. And I forget which single rainbow I saw in one of the local fish stores, and I got it. And I was hooked after that. So I began to get them from Dan. And managed to collect quite a few. They're ready to get busy picking at those crumbled up pellets. Yep. Angels always love having either pellets or crushed wafers. I saw those videos, Bunny. As I've been taking tanks down. Hey there. I've been consolidating some. I still have plenty. I think I said 71 tanks. The one that had seizures, I didn't see what that said. That fish actually passed maybe a month, 6 weeks ago, and I didn't realize it had. I had put another one in with it to see if they would spawn, and they did, and I have some fry from them. So, but that fish was a male, and it did spawn, but it never had another seizure after I got here. It was, the overexcitement of being in a tank with, 75 or 100 or whatever other rainbows, but he lived, I don't know, what's that been, a couple of years maybe? So he did great, but something was wired funny about him for sure. Something was wired. Just a big camera hog you are. I know. Rosie wants to be on the camera. Rosie, no tail. Rosie, no tail. Yeah. You my girl? You my girl? There's another redback. That's not the one that's my favorite. Yeah, it did. It literally did. But yeah, I put a spawning mop in there and a female, and I have fry from them. I'm trying to close those rainbow tanks down, those 2 banks of 8 tanks, and convert them to reptile because they're so convenient, and they're right beside each other where they're working on that. Guys always give you cichlids. Listen at me like grandfather fish. Cichlids love to pick at things. And angels love to pick up wafers. Yeah, I've got it. It's been healed up, and he's a pretty good sized boy now. Got him in where the Fahaka puffer used to be with two of the two big hoplo catfish. That's where he's at. He's doing fine. He plays all those Oscar games now, like water change, and he lays on his side and pouts, and he's so funny. Hey, psst, psst. Rosie. Rosie. Bunny, I used to do that all the time. You know, when I retired, 6 or 7 years ago, I had 8 fish tanks, and then I went to 12 immediately, and then I got to 20, and people began expressing, family, friends that had to walk around, I'm concerned when I got to 20, and I said, well, I'm way past 20 now, but I said I'll stop at 40. Then I got into saltwater, and before you know it, I had 60. And when I hit 80, a year or so ago, I said, that's it. That's it. I had been doing all the water changes in one day and then divided it to 2 days. And so now I stretch it out over 3, but I'm back down to 71 with water and fish in them. Now, not all of those are, like this is a 55. I've got some bowls that are several gallons and stuff like that, but they do have to be maintained and water change. Here's George. And that's probably bloodworms splattered on the outside there, is my guess. I just fed that salt water, and I'm about to top it off. It needs some water. And these are betas, and they were fed earlier today, except I did not feed the little Fahaka. I've got a little Fahaka in here that's outgrown this tank and really needs to be moved. And I don't know if I can even get in here to see him. There he is. Just can't get him on camera because of the lack of space. There he is. He's wanting his bloodworms and other goodies. Got him from Ethan. He was a little bitty thing. He was the run of 3 he had, like in maybe a little flu ball sitting up on the desk up front. So he's bigger than those 2 now. But he's just been in this tank with some plants and a heater and light. And he's really, can't get into him there. He's over on the left, can't see him. He loves him some bloodworms. But this is Dharma too, T-O-O. He needs to go in a tank that's bigger. And also, yep, it's a Fahaka. And that's one of those little, I don't know, it's not a 5-gallon. I think it's a 2.5 gallon. And these are all do water changes on here too. We already ate today. It's one of the big city betas from Amber's. And he has never spawned, but he's gonna be soon. I was just playing with some water lettuce here to see if it would get bigger if you cover it, and guess what, it does. It got so big I can't keep it covered anymore. Let's see, can't even see in that tank, but it has something in it. look to see if they say when you have more likes than you have people in the stream, it's time to quit. There's 7 people and 8 likes, so if that's true, we probably ought to cut, because I'll just ramble and talk endlessly. Yeah, Sandy, I'd send you some if you can get them in the country. These are technically the Japan Blue Go. I can find one. Anyway, there's a lot of culls in here, but there are plenty of what they're supposed to be. There's some of them. And then the plecos, and then the snails. This is one of the little snail tanks I keep for puffers and so forth. And killifish, tetras, splash tetras. Oh, my little baby killies have gotten larger. If I can get them to come back up. They're adolescents now. Lots of different mosses from Monica Lynn. Tank, like all my tanks, overgrown and wild. But healthy. There he is. It's hard to see the black one. I don't keep any light on this tank. Just the light from the salt water up above it. So you don't care much for light, don't you know? That's the same wafer I'm breaking up. And I see one of them's in its cave there. Hate this reflection. You can see its back through the hole there, and then its tail curling out the end. So that means its mouth's right here at this end. Stinking cute. Let's see, what else? 90, a 55, a 10, a 6, a 5, and tomorrow a 10 gallon on order. Nice. And the saltwater, these are still growing, still surviving. There's a couple of them. Were born in here. There's a lot more of them than that. All right. And it's like I started over on that side and went all around them to the other room and back around this room. And they're over here waiting for more. Been keeping fish for 18 months, so you're on the path then. You're on the trail of multi-tank syndrome. I haven't always had this many tanks, but I've always had at least one tank going since I was 7. So that'll be 60 years this Christmas. It's a lot of water changes, you know it. Little barbs are still doing good. That they ate earlier. I'm thinking about going back and getting some more of these, but I want to get the pacu out of here first, just to make sure I've got plenty of room. Oh, the pacu. I actually had brought them in some of my stuff, my nuts and stuff, my mix that I was eating earlier, and gave it to them. But they would probably like more. I can feed them a couple of, they're just cashews and almonds and dried pacu ribs are a delicacy. I bet they are, because the stuff they eat would have to affect how they taste. And you know, they love nuts and fruits and that kind of stuff. What I share with them, but not the dark chocolate. My first tank was about a 10 gallon when I was 15. Sometimes they do, you know what? In the same way. Mine was a 5. I think they were 5 gallons, not 5.5, like they are now, or we just didn't know they were 5.5. But that's what I begged for Christmas, and I got it that year. But it also had to count as my birthday and Christmas, because my birthday is November 30th. And it was the tank and the hood. They didn't have to thin, as I remember. This would have been like 62 or something like that. Got it. Gives you an idea too when you see those big cashews, how big the fish is. Yep, right, Mark. Oh, I've got some of them eating them, Bunny, way back when I first got them, and when they were half this size. And see, this is like 3 cranberries stuck together. Yeah, they love that stuff. Let's see. Whoa, I got a shower. There's still room for them to get around in here. much chocolate this month, but they need more room. Get it? Good boy. I can get an almond and that'll, see how big their mouths are. Didn't get it. Got it. Trying to make sure they each get an equal amount is hard sometimes. That almond didn't sink, and I got another splash. That's with glass on there. See the water? I don't know where my little hand towel is. And I never have to worry about like nuts or anything getting under this. This is part of it was a fence post and then was in a creek for a long time, many years. And so underneath that, there's a big area that the giraffe cats stay under there, but they come out and get any nuts or anything like that that falls down. Florida Fish Rescue posting videos. Saw Mike was out about this time last night in the woods trying to figure out what was making noises. Alright guys, that's all the nuts and fruits tonight. Do I have water spots? Alright guys, thanks for stopping in and letting me ramble, and hope you enjoyed some of it. At least it was a place for people to chat for a minute. And I've already got the reptile stuff all turned off in here. It's just letting these fish finish eating. And I'll go back around and turn off the lights that I just fed. Then go on to the other rooms. Yeah, Ian, you should go up. I'll come over there and listen. Mess with y'all, bother you. I'm teasing. There's that Rosie still. Here she is. Rosie. See you, Debbie. Thank you. All right, good night, everybody. If Ian's going, are you going to go in? I can post the link here. I'll wait a minute if you want before. I'm not going to turn that out because I got to top that off. I got a bucket of water waiting to pour in there, ready to pour in. Thank you all, Bunny. Thank you, Bunny. You want me to wait a minute and post the link in here? I think we're probably off sub to you and we can find you. Right. Those guys, I'll let them go a little longer. And those. I'm going to show you the one fish you asked about as I'm saying. Lord have mercy, look at my bed. Look in my bed. All torn up too. There's 11 tanks in this bedroom, so that's his sided side. And there's the missing eye side, so yeah, he's doing great. And the hot blows are waiting on their supper. All right, guys, y'all take care. I love you. See you over at Ian's in a bit, I hope.